Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Capricorn season. We are again in Mount Zas, in the island of Naxos in Greece. The best place to spot the Capricorn in person. It's funny how, being so detached from nature as we are these days, we forget that the sign of Capricorn is actually a goat. One of the legends says that the Capricorn is a sea goat, which is true. You grasp all mythology to make sense of the zodiac and tell the stories of it. But it's so simple to go anywhere and see a goat, because there are goats literally everywhere. And I do hope that in a few minutes one of them will pop out. Let's go biology a little bit, shall we? The goat is a herd animal. They live in herds. There is always a lead that kind of points the way for the whole herd to move in their territory. And the most particular trace about a goat that anybody would say is the fact that they can climb rocky structures like this one. Beautiful goats in beautiful places climb the strangest, most impossible mountains. And that is later what we see in Capricorn people. Capricorn people are known to do the most impossible things with the least amount of effort. We have no idea what's going on backstage. But the truth is, there is a slow, steady mountain climbing. There is rest involved, but everything has its own measurement, and everything is happening in a very calculating pace. And that is how they perceive to create such big things. It is very usual for Capricorns that we see that they're not particularly talented at anything, but they become amazing at the things they do because they're incredible in observing. It is a feminine side after all. So it's a sign of patience, of stability, of structure. It's an earth sign also. So structure, stability, and fortitude are really there. Resilience, patience. But in the feminine touch of it, it's a lot linked to observation, the empiric evidence that life is all about. When you observe so much, you understand detail, precision, and then you're able to calculate it in a plan, to strategize. Strategize is one of the key words for Capricorn. And in this Capricorn season, I'll invite you to strategize your life and plan your life forward, in detail. In the words of Anders Hoffman, the first man to ever do an Ironman in Antarctica, he said, after someone asked him, how the hell do you do this? How do you trust this process? He said, roughly said something like this. He said, you plan it, and then you trust the process. You take the first step that you already planned, and that's your faith in that moment. You just trust the process and the planning and the strategy that you created for yourself. And then the next day is the next step, and then the next day is the next step. And this happens to us on every Capricorn season. If we take the Capricorn season for the rest of the year, since it's a season that starts on the 21st of December and goes all the way to the 20th, 22nd of January, it's that beautiful time of the year where we do the famous New Year's resolutions. Aren't we so hyped when New Year comes and we decide to write those 12 wishes on paper, throw it in the sea, or burn them, or just, eating 12 sultanas, or whatever tradition you may follow. And then, as that month washes away, we kind of, that feeling that you got in the beginning, that sense of empowerment, that sense of, I can do it. This is easy. I just need to cut down the situation bit by bit. I just needed to cut it in small bite pieces, and then I'm able to digest this big appetite I have for life and climb stuff that big and reach higher things for myself. That is the aim of Capricorn. So a goat is an animal that to move forward and attack and show its full potency steps and kind of stands back on his two back hooves, and then after feeling all that stability, kind of coming up as like a kangaroo, so to say. You know when kangaroos stand up and they look like super they kind of have the same structure if you really think about it, but when a goat steps and kind of lands on the back hooves, then it's stable enough to move forward and attack with full force. won't act just once. Exactly as a Capricorn. They know perfectly well the taste of timing, so to say. Capricorn is the sign where we feel time the most. We're very aware to the fact that we will die. We're very aware to the fact that we will mature. We're very well aware of the fact that there is a time and place for everything. And they will know how to make use of that time wisely, out of observing other people. Learning from other people's mistakes is something that you can do this Capricorn season, which is the grandest thing that Capricorn people do. That's why they're great advisors. The grandest character of Capricorn to me is the ability to be incredibly humble. If you think about wise people, or just old people, because Capricorn are basically born to be old. It's like they are 20, but they feel 40, you know? And they themselves kind of sometimes like to, yeah, but I'm mature. Like I speak as a grown woman, as a grown man. When you think of wise people, they have a sense of humility. There's a sense of humility to them. And that is because when you learn through observation, when you learn through grasping the majority of people around you and perceiving how they perceive the world, so they perceive through other people's perception, you become aware of your abilities. You become aware of the dosage and the measurements of your own gifts. That turns you into a very, very humble person. Because you perceive that, well, sometimes it doesn't take a lot of talent to achieve things. It just takes steady work. It just takes persistence. Anything that we do consistency comes to fruition, whatever it is that we do. So that is the invite on this Capricorn season. Capricorn is the beginning of winter. As a cardinal sign, it starts the winter, and it starts this time of the year where we kind of go more within, we stay home more, it's darker outside. So we have to embrace this femininity that we have within. The stability of listening to our inner silence, the stability that we find to address emotions that have been kind of, swaying around throughout the year, throughout Sagittarius, which is about Christmas, partying, and then also Scorpio, just the up and down of feeling, before we had Libra, starting the autumn season. So Capricorn is the first time that we actually start fresh. We start a new season. That's the proper feeling of a cardinal sign. And with this cardinal sense, we look around us. We look upon the winter to come and we see, what am I going to do for the next 3 months? What do I have to build in to become the persona, the person that I believe I am to be, and to enhance my truest, grandest self, and making me closer to the vision that I have for myself? Well, not everybody climbs mountains like goats. Every single one of us has a mountain to climb. Everybody has their own goals. Everybody has their own dreams and wishes. Capricorn season is the time when those become very, very, very clear. They not only become clear, it's like everything fades away, the curtains open, and you can see the stage in full. You have the best view of the house. But at the same time, you can look at the stage and perceive every little detail, every element, every color, every texture, every actor in scene. You can understand the itty bits, the tiny little details of everything that the action needs to take for you to achieve that Emerald City. You understand the steps. Suddenly it's like your brain compartmentalizes all the little tiny steps that you have to take. Capricorn season is when we as a unity should plan things out and strategize, so that for a year we go on about those things. If you see my videos, I know that I say a lot about this, like go on about it, reach your goals, go for your dreams, because in essence, Sometimes the dream might be I'm gonna do a pottery workshop, or I'm gonna do I'm gonna learn French now, or I'm gonna live in Greece, or I'm gonna change careers, or I'm gonna change my fitness from gym to rowing or something. Sometimes the goals don't have to be as tall as that. But when it comes to personality development, they are. Our mind perceives only big things as changing career or changing countries, but the truth is, changing your fitness hobby is as big as these things. Just because it doesn't happen in one day and happens throughout a period, a season, it's not less grand because of that. It's actually grander because it's something that you create for yourself, and it will stabilize your personality. You will become the ability you develop out of that specific hobby. So, in this new Capricorn season of 2024, well, 23, 24, I invite you to get clear on these and see what things are you looking on for yourself and what things do you want to achieve now, from the small things to the big things. And understand that sometimes during Capricorn season you think things very clearly, and then only then in Taurus, when you come back to the earth, you understand, oh, I completely forgot about these things. Why did I forget about them? Because, life moves around you. And it was Aquarius, then it was Aries, then it was Pisces. So let's look at it critically. It's what I'm inviting you to do here. Look at it. See what you want. Perceive what you need. Make a plan. Even if you don't follow through completely, some things will follow through for you. Because whatever you practice every day is the habit that makes you become yourself. The self of a month from now and the self of a year from now. There's a beautiful quote that relates to this. Beautiful, actually long quote. Be mindful of your thinking, of your thoughts. They become your words. Be mindful of your words, for they become your actions. Be mindful of your actions, for they become your behavior. Be mindful of your behavior, for it becomes your character. Be mindful of your character, for it becomes your destiny. And I invite you in this Capricorn season to go on and seize your destiny. Good luck.